After the truck driver had been arrested during a raid on his home, it took days for Mandy to recount every detail of what had happened to the lawyer the detective had hired for her. During this time, she was staying in the police station's guest house. The weight of the days spent in the guest house was crushing her. Everyone else's life was moving on, but hers felt like it had come to a standstill for a long time. The detective was constantly thinking about what he could do for Mandy, feeling a sense of guilt. That evening, he opened up to Lily about the situation at the bar. Lily said she could help Mandy, and they exchanged a few ideas. In the following days, Lily talked to Mandy about her loneliness. She asked if she could stay with her. There was also a cafe right below her apartment that she loved, and as luck would have it, they were looking for a waitress. "I can talk to them for you," she said. Mandy honestly had no other options. She had no money, no place to go, and no one she knew. "I would be happy to," she replied. "Of course, once you get back on your feet and save some money, we can find you a place of your own," she added. The fact that the detective was thinking of her had become a burden for Mandy. Therefore, the opportunity Lily presented felt like a breath of fresh air. The apartment, located at the corner of a wide street, stood in stark contrast to the modest flat. It was smaller than Mandy had expected. Lily pointed to a blue couch in front of the television and said, "You can sleep here, Mandy. I usually get home late from work. I'm at the cafe most of the day." As she started cooking in the kitchen, she added, "I hope you like my cooking. Honestly, I don't know how to make much. Just fries and sausages." She laughed. Lily was a charming, cheerful, and attractive woman. How could she possibly be alone? After setting the table, they sat down to eat together. Mandy was not very interested in Lily. She constantly thought about what her father had done and compared her father to the truck driver. She was silent and did not speak. Lily kept her promise and got her accepted into the cafe downstairs. At first, Mandy was struggling because she had never done any work before. She had no work experience and did not talk to her co-workers. After work, she was always lying down and sleeping. The detective eventually found her a good psychiatrist. Occasionally, he would come to Lily and try to chat with her, but the conversation would stop and not continue due to Mandy being in a deep depression because of what she had experienced. He mentioned the psychiatrist to Mandy. "Sometimes talking is the best way to lighten your burden. If you want, I can accompany you." At first, she didn't want to. But in the following days, Lily's persuasion efforts paid off, and she agreed to go. The walls of the room were painted in pastel colors that reflected a warm tone, and soft lighting surrounded every corner. The psychiatrist had considered every detail to make his patient feel comfortable. As quiet music played softly in the background, Mandy took a deep breath and leaned back in her chair. The sessions lasted at least 2 hours. At first, Mandy was very bored. The doctor asked in a slow voice, "How are you feeling today, Aishi?" Aishi closed her eyes and began to think. There was a chaos inside her, but this time she wanted to understand it better. "I've been feeling anxious frequently lately. Some memories from the past come to my mind, and they disturb me," she said. However, in the following sessions, as she opened up more, she even felt that the sessions were becoming shorter. She was surprised by what she was sharing. While the doctor was taking notes, he suggested doing a session on hypnosis. "How about delving into the root of these feelings? Maybe we can access those memories more deeply through hypnosis." To be honest, Mandy felt uneasy. It sounded frightening to her due to the movies she had seen on television, thinking she would be completely defenseless. "Hypnosis? How does it work?" Mandy asked. The doctor explained what hypnosis was and its potential benefits. Hypnosis allows you to reach a deeper layer of your mind. It can help you explore the emotions, memories, and thoughts in your subconscious. You can gradually relax and feel safe during this process. The fear inside her began to give way to curiosity. She eventually accepted. The doctor lowered his voice to initiate the hypnosis process. "Now, take a deep breath and slowly release it. Close your eyes and relax. Allow the thoughts in your mind to fade away." Her breathing slowed. The doctor carefully chose his words to guide her mind. "Imagine yourself on top of a staircase. With each step, you are drifting deeper into relaxation. Each step down the staircase, she was sinking deeper. Now think of a memory from the past, a memory that disturbs you. As you approach that memory, you will see it more clearly. Now relax, close your eyes, and take a deep breath. I want you to feel safe and at peace. Mandy tried to relax, focusing on the doctor's voice. The thoughts in her mind began to fade away slowly. You are at the top of a staircase, and with each step, you will drift deeper into relaxation. Now, begin to slowly descend this staircase. The deepening darkness in her mind pulled her into the depths of her past. When she closed her eyes, she found herself as a young girl in a basement. It was a cold, dark, and frightening place. As she recalled that moment, her heart raced. In that moment, the doctor's voice guided her. Now, observe this memory. Think of it as something that has already happened. See yourself as a spectator. In the dark corner of the basement, she saw her father walking towards her mother with anger. Her heart felt like it might burst. As a small child, she felt forced to watch that horrific image before she could close her eyes. Her father leaned over her mother, and a glint of a knife shone like a star in the darkness. Her mother's scream echoed in Mandy's ears, even as her small body curled up in fear, wanting to escape that moment her father had forced her to watch. With tears in her eyes, Mandy relived that moment. In just one step, she bore witness to the origin of the trauma she would carry for the rest of her life. Doctor, observing Mandy's emotional state, consider the imprint of this memory on your being. That moment is a relic of your past, but it does not define your essence. Use your past as a compass to navigate your identity. Now face this fear and set it adrift. Leave it behind and embrace freedom, he suggested. Mandy felt a void within. She accepted that the fear birthed from this memory was intrinsically linked to her. I am merely a witness, she whispered. Guided by hypnosis, Mandy unearthed the strength to relinquish the burdensome memory. I need not carry it any longer, she sobbed. I have memories that shape my identity, but this event is not my narrative. As the session drew to a close, the doctor instructed, begin your ascent up the stairs. With each step, you will feel more alert and revitalized. Ascending, Mandy felt a weight lifted. Upon opening her eyes, light flooded the room. She felt lighter, more liberated. At the session's end, Mandy stood on the brink of a new beginning, a smile illuminating her face.
I hope you enjoyed my story. How do you think it will continue? I look forward to your guesses in the comments below. Please don't forget to subscribe and like.